Left4Dead had one of the best multiplayer experiences ever seen in gaming. It didn't matter that the game was light on plot and had no real single-player mode. Any problems with Left4Dead were overlooked by the sheer fun of fighting the zombie apocalypse with a few friends. I was excited when Valve announced Left4Dead 2 earlier this year, despite the sequel coming unusually fast for the developer. My enthusiasm was warranted, and once again I find myself overlooking flaws and foregoing all other games to fight the zombies night after night.
Bang, 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 bang! Vamonos, vamonos! Bang, bang, bang! Vamonos, vamonos!
Kill all sons of bitches. That's my official instructions.
There isn't much of a plot in Left4Dead 2. You'll take the role of one of 4 survivors in the southern United States, trying desperately to stay alive against all odds as you make your way from Savannah, Georgia to New Orleans. The lack of plot development actually makes sense within the context of the game. As the player, you only know what the survivors know. There'd been some kind of outbreak, turning normal people into flesh-hungry monsters. Bits of information are revealed with writing on walls of abandoned houses and safe rooms, and with the often humorous dialogue that occurs between teammates.
Hey, I'm reloading.
The basic gameplay from Left4Dead had been carried over to Left4Dead 2, but there have been some tweaks and additions along the way. With 5 campaigns across state lines, each one with 4 or 5 chapters, there's a good deal of variety in each level. Even more, the environments have been designed to be more open, giving players options of which way to go and making it easier to get separated. Furthermore, Left4Dead 2 adds daylight and weather, 2 elements never seen in the first.
Reloading.
One of the things that made Left4Dead so much fun was the director, the behind-the-scenes force pulling the strings. The director would send hordes and tanks your way if you were having too easy a time in a level, or dole out health and ammo if you were struggling. In Left4Dead 2, the Director 2.0 is a bit more sadistic.
There's the safe house!
The game is definitely harder, even on normal difficulty, though I was able to complete each campaign several times. In particular, the finale of Dark Carnival gave me the most trouble. In one incident, we had to face 2 hordes right outside the safe room after restarting half a dozen times. Overall, it seems like Valve really wanted to heighten the difficulty, but sometimes this can lead to frustration. Once again, there are 4 difficulty settings: easy, normal, advanced, and expert, but during the campaign, players can turn on realism mode, which makes everything a lot harder. Realism eliminates the outlines around players and makes the undead a lot harder to kill. It's definitely a challenge and requires more teamwork and communication than usual. More types of special infected add a lot to the game as well. The hunters, smokers, boomers, and tanks from the first game are prominent down south, but they've got some new friends. The spitter, as the name implies, spits acid onto the ground, which continually drains your health if you remain in it. This pretty much eliminates the old hole up in a corner strategy of Left4Dead, because she makes it impossible to stay in any one spot for too long. The jockey will jump on a player's head, leading him away from the rest of the group, which makes it easier for the infected to overwhelm everyone. The charger, who at first glance looks like a smaller version of the tank, has 1 oversized arm used to ram and pummel survivors. Additionally, level-specific uncommon infected, such as zombies in riot gear or hazmat suits, are harder to kill than regular zombies. In order to deal with all of these new zombies, the players have plenty of new weapons at their disposal. The addition of melee weapons, which replace your pistols if you choose to use them, are one of the biggest changes in the game, and help level the playing field against the undead. It is immensely satisfying to swing an axe at a surrounding horde, watching heads and limbs fly, as well as hearing the satisfying clang that a frying pan makes when used to bash a zombie's head in. You can still carry 1 or 2 pistols as secondary weapons if you prefer something with a little more range, but I found melee weapons to be invaluable, especially when running through groups of zombies. throw in new projectiles, explosive ammunition, and different kinds of support items, and things can quickly get chaotic, but in a good way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
While it is possible to play through the game with 3 AI teammates, this game was made to be experienced with other people. Once again, up to 4 players can play cooperatively in the same campaign, and there's an 8-player versus mode. Versus works basically the same, with one team taking the roles of Special Infected and the other being survivors. The new Special Infected and updated scoring system make versus more balanced this time around. Survival mode also makes a return in Left 4 Dead 2, with players trying to stay alive as wave after wave of infected come after them. The only new mode is Scavenge, a competitive 4-on-4 option that has a team of survivors attempting to collect gas cans while the infected try to stop them. Scavenge is probably my least favorite of all gameplay modes, but it's still fun when played with the right group of people. Though Left 4 Dead wasn't a bad-looking game, it definitely didn't push its 360 to its graphical limits. Left 4 Dead 2, on the other hand, is incredibly polished, and the improvements are visible instantly. Attacking zombies will leave visible wounds, rib cages will be exposed with a gunshot to the midsection, while hacking away with an axe or machete will result in slash marks, the loss of limbs, or beheading. The gory effects are a great touch, and make the experience even more immersive. Audio cues alert you to the incoming horde or tank, and the Special Infected make distinct sounds.
Nice shot!
Unlike some games, where the sound seems almost like an afterthought, Left 4 Dead 2 simply wouldn't be the same without it.
I'm down!
Left 4 Dead 2 has followed in its predecessor's footsteps, quickly becoming a multiplayer obsession. With 5 campaigns, more enemies, better weapons, and plenty of challenges, you will probably still be playing this game well into 2010. There are a few issues, but these are easy to overlook when the gameplay is so fun and satisfying. Once again, Valve has made the zombie apocalypse one of the best experiences of the year. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the full text review on GamerVision.com.